What's up, everybody? Mike Walter here with another behind-the-scenes music story. You play We Are Family, right? Sometimes your events, I know it's overplayed, it's cliche, it's cheesy, some people think, but let's face it, it's a great party song. At a wedding, when you're bringing family members together, we are family. It's a great song, right? So admit it, even privately, you play it. Some very interesting background about that song. First of all, Sister Sledge is indeed made up of four sisters. They were signed in the early 70s. Their first two albums were not really very successful, especially here in the States. But Atlantic Records, which was their record company, didn't want to give up on them. They believed they had some hit potential with this band. They also had another band on their roster, Chic. Now, this is mid-70s by this point, and disco is all the rage, right? So they bring Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards in. Those are the two main producers and songwriters for Chic. And they say, look, we want to capitalize on what's hot. You guys are creating a hot sound with your band. How about you write and produce some songs for other artists? And they were both like, great, sounds like an awesome idea. What do you have in mind? Atlantic says, well, how about you come up with a song for the Rolling Stones? Nile Rodgers is like, who? Rolling Stones? They're a hit band already. They don't need our help. How about Bette Midler? She's a big artist already. Nile Rodgers understood one thing. If he wrote and produced a song for a hit band already, they weren't going to get credit. Everyone was going to say, well, there's the Rolling Stones again. There's Bette Midler. But if they wrote and produced a song for a hit band that became a flop, they would get the blame. So it was a no-win situation. So Rodgers and Edwards said, well, forget about having one of your hit bands, one of your top bands. Why don't you give us a band that's struggling on your roster? We'll see if we can come up with something. So Atlantic said, that's a good idea. Why don't you write something for this band, Sister Sledge, that we've had on our roster and they haven't been able to come up with a hit. So Rodgers and Edwards says, okay, well, tell us about the band. And Atlantic Records, the producers, literally said, listen, they're four sisters. They describe them, this and that. Rodgers and Edwards sit down. They write We Are Family strictly from the notes that they took in that meeting. We are family. I've got all my sisters with me, blah, blah, blah. They come up with that song, produce it, and it becomes a huge hit for Sister Sledge. Basically puts them on the map. And from there, they had a number of hits throughout the 70s. So that's the story behind a song that you might not admit it, but I'll bet you play it at some of your events.